Hello, I'm Kimberly, and welcome to the weekend edition of the Native News Update. It's Friday, December 14th. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at IndianCountryTV.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. As wolf hunts have been established and are underway in Wisconsin and Minnesota, legislation reclassifying gray wolves as a game species is on its way to Michigan's Republican Governor, Rick Snyder. The measure, which could one day lead to the Michigan Natural Resource Commission allowing a wolf hunt in Michigan, won final state legislature approval December 14th. Senate Bill 1350, which is the legislation that was passed, designates wolves as game species, authorizes establishment of the first open season for wolves, and allows the Commission to issue orders establishing wolf hunting seasons in the state. Great Lakes region gray wolves were removed from the federal endangered and threatened species list in January, with management returned to the states of Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. The governor is expected to sign the bill, which also establishes a wolf advisory council that would include representatives from the DNR, tribal government, and agricultural interests, as well as conservation, animal advocacy, and hunting organizations. Sanford Research and the Oglala Sioux Tribe have announced a partnership to expand a program aimed at preventing fetal alcohol syndrome and other alcohol-related problems affecting Native American children by intervening before their mothers become pregnant. The program is already working with women on the Pine Ridge Reservation and in Rapid City, where counselors say it has been successful in decreasing binge drinking and reducing unintended pregnancies by encouraging contraception use. The Oglala Sioux Tribe estimates that 1 in 4 children born on its reservation suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome or fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. Jessica Hansen, an assistant scientist for the Center of Health Outcomes and Prevention Research at Sanford Research, says Project Choices has been used among other high-risk populations of women, but the Oglala Sioux Tribe is the first Native American community to take part in the program. Sanford is working with the Pine Ridge Tribal Health Administration and the Rosebud Tribal Health Administration on a study that they hope will lead to an expansion of the program to other communities with large Native American populations. A 1,008-page bound dictionary has put the language of the Klallam people into print. The dictionary was compiled by linguist Timothy Montler and published by the University of Washington Press. The Klallam alphabet was developed by Montler, a University of North Texas linguist who has been involved in documenting the spoken Klallam language since 1978. Montler worked with elders from the Lower Elwha Klallam, Jamestown Klallam, Port Gamble Klallam, and the Skinoon First Nation of Vancouver Island, creating an alphabet to include several sounds or sound combinations that don't exist in the English language. Adeline Smith from Lower Elwha is the single largest contributor to the dictionary, with 12,000 individual words or sentences. Smith is one of the oldest living elders on the Lower Elwha Klallam Reservation. The dictionaries are available through the University of Washington Press or Amazon.com. This week marks the 37th anniversary of the murder of Native American rights activist Anna Mae Pictou Aquash. According to court testimonies, Anna Mae was taken on AIM leadership orders against her will from Troy Lynn Yellowwood's house in Denver, Colorado, by AIM members John Graham, Arlo Lookencloud, and Theda Nelson Clark. In the coldest early hours of the morning, just before the dawn on December 12, 1975, Anna Mae Pictou Aquash was dragged from a parked car by 3 members of AIM on a stretch of desolate highway in the Badlands of South Dakota. While praying for her children, she was shot in the back of the head, then dumped over an adjacent cliff and left to die in the elements. Currently, her captors, Theda Nelson Clark, Arlo Lookencloud, and John Boy Patton Graham, are either deceased or serving life sentences in prison for their participation in her kidnapping, interrogation, and murder. Trial transcripts and eyewitness testimony have determined that her captors and murderers were acting on AIM leadership orders to execute her. According to Annie Mae's daughter, Denise Pictou Maloney, certain members of the leadership of AIM and several AIM members, including Leonard Peltier, have lied for 37 years, saying it was the FBI who murdered her mother. And now that the truth has been exposed, they say the feds made them murder her, while they currently support her murderer, John Graham. Anna Mae Pictou Aquash, a member of the Mi'kmaq Nation from Nova Scotia, Canada, was more than just a native rights activist during the 1970s. She was a woman, a mother, daughter, wife, sister, and friend who was kidnapped, raped, and then executed. The following is a memorial that was uploaded to YouTube in March of 2010 by her grandson to commemorate what would have been her 65th birthday. To learn more about anime, you can check out facebook.com/anime Aquash. And that's another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me and have a grand day.